Well, I think I'm going to take this tractor out of here. We're going to park that 986 into here. We might as well fix it now. And because then when we're haying, the last thing I want to be doing is fixing tractors. So let's fix it up and let's rebuild it, take it to a professional, somebody who knows more than me that can fix it. Start to do a rebuild. Then we can plug this in. We have light. Anyways, I think I need to read some directions before I go any further. Working on a 986 International tractor, taking off the injection pump, and before you do, you need to have it timed. I was looking at the IT book. I have a international service manual. It's for a few different tractors you can get on, but anyways, this is a 986 that I'm working on, and this is the pump that we need to get fixed right here. We're going to take it off. Tractor's got roughly about 8,500 hours on it. I've never touched the pump. There's a leak. It's leaking quite a bit of diesel fuel, and I think I could fix it myself, but not fix it myself, but I think I know where the leak is. I can look at it. But I thought, you know what, let's get the whole thing rebuilt, because when we got to work this tractor out making hay, we need this thing to work. So we're going to get it rebuilt. Anyways, I'm going to show you something. Following the book, following instructions, I was told that I need to go on the flywheel and find 18 degrees. So anyways, I was looking. The right hand side of the tractor, below the cab, there is an inspection plate. So I found it. It's there, and there's a flywheel there and the ring gear, and so I spent quite a bit of time. I could not find any numbers on here. So then getting late in the day, I thought, well, you know what? I'll leave it for tomorrow. I'll do a little bit of research on the internet, find out, and then being dirty down there, so then it's not very easy to clean. So what I did is I couldn't find any marks on there. Then I found out that on the 86 series, they put it on the front pulley. So I found it. So the mark is right there into my screwdriver. So we're at 20, 19, 18. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this control rod off. Then we're going to take the supply lines. Then we're going to take these lines off. And that should be pretty straightforward, I think. Let me just go read all the directions first so that I don't screw this up. Got the pump off the 986. Took it off. I hope I did everything right. Pump is in here, and I'm taking it to get it reconditioned. So hopefully we've done everything right. I set the tractor where it's supposed to be. So I don't know. Time will tell. Well, the plan is to get this 986 running. Just brought the snowmobile in. Don't think we'll need that this year anymore. Well, maybe not this season. See how much oil we have in here. Started last fall without any issues. So I haven't had that tractor last season. Actually, we put that tractor in a year and a half ago. Parked it in there, never used it. Last fall I started it up just to start it going. And I think we're going to be using this tractor a little bit more this season. We haven't found another 986. They're out there. I want another one with a 3-point hitch. and equipment got very expensive. You know, these older tractors are worth just as much as they were 25 years ago on the used market. So let's drive it out. I give this 986 a bath, and we're gonna put a new hydraulic motor in it because I know the hydraulics are pretty low, weren't working. But if we were just using it as a puller or on the earth spreader, it was okay. But now we need for the hydraulics, we might even put the other set of loader mounts that are on the burnt tractor. Might put it on here. I might even put air conditioning in it yet too. See what happens. Looking for this wrench. Never even thought it would be in this tractor. It's been in there sitting for almost 2 years. Huh, that's good. That was gone forever. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain the oil, hydraulic oil out of here. I wanna take the hydraulic pump out of here. Oh, good thing I got dirty. Gonna let it drain. I don't think I'll take the pump out today. So, but I have one that's it's at the dealership right now, so we'll be able to pick that one up tomorrow and put the pump in. And then we'll just replace it with new oil, and I'll put a new filter in there as well, new pump, and then we should be going. I got a 12 gallon per minute pump. Reason being is we can put it in the hauler. I have gone with larger ones. If you just want to use a front end loader, that is great. But if you're going to use the hay hauler, which requires a lot of hydraulics, I've actually burnt those 15s out. It's worked nice. The loader works nice and quick. If you put in a hay hauler, you might use it for one load and it burns it out. I got a pump yesterday. We're gonna put that in. We're just gonna take this apart right now. We're very fortunate that 40-year-old tractor, we can still get parts for them from High Capacity. They package this nicely. It's a brand new pump. It's a 12 gallon per minute pump. The pumps are located on the left-hand side of the tractor. So if your axles are widened on the tractor, it's fairly easy to get underneath here. I like actually putting a pail underneath here. A pail. And then there might be a little bit of oil left in here. Remember, all the bolts are the same length except two of them, which they make sense that they have to go through here because of the housing. You can see the other ones are. That one's only probably about a ½ inch longer, those two. So now what we need to do is get a pry bar and what I like to do is just actually, I'll take the hammer and just give it a little nudge there, see what happens. There we go. Well, okay, here's a pump. Shouldn't be able to turn it that way, so that's not that easy. So I'm just gonna put this pump in like this. The other piece I need, which is very important, is what the inside of it looks like. There's a pipe that I need over there. And this pipe actually is what supplies the oil into the system here. I'll show you where it goes right away. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to lift up the tractor on the other side so all this oil drains out, because there could be a little bit of filings in there. I always like cleaning it out since I've got this pump. It's not that hard to get this pump out, but yeah, just best is. So anyways, this pipe here, which is the supply line, it actually should have went in like this here. So let's get this pump on the bench. Okay, that's what I want. Let that oil drain out. Under the cab is where your filter is. And filter's fairly easy to get out. There's a couple of wing nuts there. You just have to do is loosen them up. There will be a little bit of oil underneath it, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much. But anyways, you can change these filters even when you have oil in it. And you don't have to take these things out all the way, these nuts, but you just need to turn it a bit. And sometimes, you know what, just take them out and it'll pop out, and trying to twist it. And some people, what they've done is they've just put bolts in, but I haven't broken them off yet. So all we'll do is just pull this off a bit. Oops. And like I said, a little bit of oil will come out of there. It's been pretty dirty underneath there. So we're going to clean that out as well. Put that there. Here's a screen. That oil is really dirty. So now all it is just a oil filter. What I will check in a couple of minutes is I'll open it up and see if there's any filings in there. Okay, well anyways, I did the swapping here of the different pumps here. Got a new pump in. We got to line that up. And this is going to go into the port there. Anyways, it's got to go into that hole there. Trying to show you here. Into there. So I think, and the other thing too is, with seals, I don't particularly like the seal that goes here. I like putting a little thicker one just so that then I know I get a good seal. I've had it in the past, doesn't fit in here very nicely, and then it rips, and then all of a sudden you don't know what's going on if it's your pump. But sometimes if that seal is not actually in the right spot, you will lose hydraulic pressure. You won't have very much. Oh boy, I'll just get oil on myself. That's okay. Holy moly. Feel oil on my abdomen right now. Well, at least it's not my Sunday shirt. You gotta be a farmer, you gotta be a mechanic. Or you're gonna be a YouTuber. Okay, so what we do is I just slide this in. Okay, I got those two bolts holding there. Now I'm gonna get up, these are the longer ones. Pump is on. And we'll go on the other side and we'll put the filter in. Well, I am putting in a new filter, hydraulic filter, and they're pretty straightforward to put in. I always like having something for inventory here, because we are an hour away to our closest dealership. And it's pretty straightforward. All you do is you take the filter, and in fact actually there's a spot there, it fits in there. And then what we do is we'll put this screen on. I have cleaned it up already, so it just fits in there. There we go. And then also there is an oil ring around there. Well, an oil seal. O-ring? There's a big O-ring around here. So I didn't take it off, so I'm leaving it on there. It looks like it's still pretty good. If there's a leak on it, then what I'll need to do is I'll need to replace it. But so we're gonna put this back on. Put it on so it actually lines up with the holes here. What I do like doing here is checking the filter. I like opening it up and to see if there's any filings in the filter. And just open it up, just rip all the covering off to kind of see if there's anything here. And there's a little bit of filings. I don't know if you can see them very well in between my thumbs there. There's a little bit, some red paint in there. Rebuilt already, we rebuilt this pump. Now I want to put it back in, and I've been following the directions the best way I can. Anyways, there's a gear here that I lined it up with the needle there, so I think this thing is ready to go. Everything's set at 18 degrees on the flywheel, so we should be good to go. So let's see what happens. There we go. We got the fuel injection in. I have not started it yet, so hopefully we don't have any issues. So let us give this thing a whirl and see what it does. The manual, make sure I bled it properly, or I got it right out of time. Shoot. Well, I'm happy to say I got it going. The thing was out of time. So what I needed to do here is I took the cover off the back here, and I did run it and got it started, and it's actually started up right away. If it doesn't start after the 5th or 6th revolution, what you need to do is you take this plate off, and you got to take this gear, the one's got 3 bolts on it, and you got to give it one complete full turn. That's what I did. That 18 degrees there, and it needs to match up on that gear on the flywheel there too, on the gear hub. So anyways, we got it going, and I am pleased because I was up to the point that I was going to give up. I even took the pump off completely, readjusted, and it still did the same thing. But I was looking through the manual, probably read it about 15 times before I could understand it. Just did one little step by step. It worked, so I'm gonna put the thing back together, and I'll just let it run here for a while, and we are good. Well, I got the tractor ready to go. One thing I forgot, there was an idler in here. I loosened up the bolts and put the plate on. And then actually I was having a nap this afternoon, and all of a sudden I remember I didn't tighten up where the idlers were. So I tried tightening them up here. That idler where it's actually on this side of the plate. And I had to take the whole plate off. It only took me maybe 15 minutes but the good thing I remembered. But the other thing, we just dropped the oil, we changed put new oil and oil filters in there. We're putting a new filter in here as well. I just thought I would take it apart now because it's, but one thing I wanted to show you here is the screen is all full of, I think it's mostly ash, because what we did is when we took the tractor, the other tractor that burnt, it had all the hoses and had the loader on it, so that anything that was in the cylinders got washed out. And so there's the filter, I think did a pretty good job. I'm gonna clean all this out here. I should maybe even change the oil as well. I think the oil's fairly dirty in here too, so. Okay, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to ask questions. I really enjoy the questions and the comments. That means you're watching. We'll see you next time.